Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm
here with my guy, Hollis Thomas, out here teaching the youth. Tell us what it's like at this football camp, Trent Coles defensive camp.
Yeah. Well, I think we was me and Trent were talking actually, and we talking about, I call it the lab. It's the integral parts of playing defensive line, and offensive line. Mostly defensive line because we don't really have any offensive linemen out here. But then he didn't leave out the DBs because we got Quentin Michael here and Jason Van was here. But this is the part where you learn the little small parts. Like we was working on footwork yesterday.
Okay.
Had a bunch of guys who I ended up having to record myself from my phone to show them that. They was like, I'm not taking a false step. Yes, you are. You have to force yourself to lean everything on that up foot. But it's kind of like giving back to the youth because it's like, just think, if I was taught this stuff growing up, I was thinking of the monster I would have been I was just like, man, because I just started playing organized football since I was in high school, but then I still didn't have any of this type of tutelage. Yeah. I was like, but it's like to give back to them, and it's like the greatest feeling was at the end, some of the kids would say, thank you for helping me get better today.
That's what's up. And I heard, you texted me earlier, you said there's some dogs out here.
Yes. It's a couple of guys. We got a couple of them back. That's one of them over there.
Okay.
We have a couple of guys who I think that we might be hearing them at least on Saturdays. On Saturdays, and not just high school. I'm talking about college. They got the size, the quickness and stuff, and they're taking the coaching. That's the main thing we're trying to give them is stuff that we have in practice. Because I think if we taught the little things, then the big things will come. Because a lot of times you forget about the little things, because you start getting too big for your britches. It's like when you get off onto a tangent of having some bad games and things are going bad, you got to go back and circle back around and just start from scratch and do the little things right. Because if you don't do the little things right, the big things are not going to happen for you.
Now, for the kids that missed out this year, what can you tell them, to make sure they come back next year to check out this camp?
Well, next year I think he's probably going to try to get some more guys here. Hopefully we get a sled here, so I can do some other handwork type stuff. But a lot of guys will ask for handwork, so I think he's going to probably implement some sleds and stuff so we get some handwork in. This year I think it was we were doing it on the fly. He was doing it on the fly. I knew what I wanted, but I think next year you're gonna make it bigger and better. Whole lot bigger and better.
Whole lot bigger and better.
Yes.
Yes.
Just a start. It's a start of something big. It's gonna be the lab. If you want to play defensive line, we gonna have offensive linemen next year.
Hey, we're gonna take it to another level. We're gonna do some offense.
Yeah. See, so we're gonna have both sides of the ball. It's gonna be the lab where you learn the integral parts of playing defensive, offensive line.
All right, we're going to catch some footage throughout the day. Hollis is going to go to work. I heard Hollis has a chair just in case it's too hot out here.
Well, it is too hot out here already. And then I have a bad hip. My whole left leg goes numb and gets dead on me. That's from playing all the years in the league. And then they took bone from my hip and put it in my foot.
Okay.
So
you got an excuse.